Explain Everything is the most versatile, powerful, and creative tool on our iPad. So I would like to do a demonstration of all the text tools and options within Explain Everything. When you go into the app, you'll want to be on the home page. You'll see all the projects, but to create a new project, you'll go up to upper left and select New Project. You can bring in photos from Evernote, Dropbox, or the camera roll. You can actually also import PDF files. For each page of the PDF or each picture, it will create a new slide where then you can annotate or with text tools or drawing or your voice. For the start, we're going to select the blank project. If a student simply wants to do an addition problem, they would simply select the pen tool at the upper left, click the record button, and show you what they know. 99 plus 25. To do this problem, I would first add the 9 and the 5, and that's 14. So I would put the 4 in the ones column and carry a 1 into the tens column. Add 1 plus 9 is 10, and add 2 more, that's 12. So the answer is 124. So you click the pause. You can play back what you've recorded. 99 plus 25. To do this problem, I would first add the 9. Now I'm stopping that recording. I can, at the end of this, I'm at 27 seconds. If I want to record more, I can just press the red dot to record more. Or if I want to go back to the beginning, I press that left arrow and I could re-record if I didn't like what I had. You'll notice it records all the actions as well as your voice when that record button's on. If I go to the end, I like it. I want to save this slide. I would like to do another slide though and draw a picture and label it. So I go to the upper left-hand corner to add a new slide. You'll notice at the bottom left, I'm on slide 2 of 2, and I can go back and forth through my slides. I can also come up to the slide sorter and see both slides that I have. I can go from one slide to the next, and I can also reorder. I'm going to pick that second slide, come back to my pen tool. If I slide to the right, I get some drawing options. I'm going to make a red flower. And when I slide it, I want to make sure I have a pretty thick pen. And I'm going to draw my petals, my flower. I'm going to slide to the right to pick the green and make my stem and my leaves. And then I'm going to pick brown for my roots. Now, from here, the student could simply pick a pointer tool and use that to record and to point to different parts of the flower, or they could select the A, which is the text tool, pick a size, pick a font. There are many to choose from. Chalkboard, and you can even pick a border for your text box. Go back to that text tool and let's create a couple text boxes to label our flower. These are the petals. We have a stem. We have leaves. If you make a mistake, you can select all, you can back up, and then we have our roots. You'll notice each text box can move. It could be left, center, or right justified. You can shrink the size. To get rid of the borders, you click the check marks. You can also still move them around. So now once the picture is done, I could now record my voice. I'm going to select my arrow tool as the blue arrow and record. This is the flower. This is the stem. These are the leaves, and these are the roots of my flower. Another thing you could do is pick shapes. If you slide to the right, you get options of picking a circle, square, star, arrow, or line. You pick a color. You can even pick a border. So if I wanted to draw some ground under my flower, I could pick the square and the green tool and just click and drag with my fingers to create the shape. I can move it. If I decide I don't want that shape anymore, I can click this X and click on any object. Could be the text box, the flowers, and I could actually press that and delete my shape. If I made a mistake, I can come back and undo. There's also a shrink and an expand tool. If you want to create something big and then shrink it down and add more around the outside, you can do that as well. Also with shapes, you can pick and bring things to the front or the back to layer different objects. I think I like this slide the way it is. The last thing I want to show you is how to bring in a picture and then label on top of that. So I'm going to add a new slide, and I'm going to pick my tool that I can insert an image from the photo roll, camera, Dropbox, Evernote. I can also go to a website and annotate it with inside of Explain Everything for your students. You can also bring in PDF documents from Dropbox or Evernote. We're going to select a picture from our photo roll. I'm going to pick a picture of the LMC. Here I can move it around. I can cut things out. I can crop them or rotate them. I'm just going to click done. Until you pick another tool, the pictures move around. Here I could pick the pen tool though, slide over, pick a color, and label. This is the LMC. Maybe I want to draw shapes I see in the room. Maybe I want to add shapes in addition on top of my picture. I could also add a text box. At this point, you can also record on these pictures. Now, once you've got your project like you like it, here's the presenting tool that you can go back and forth through your slides to show what they're like. And you can also save them off. These are our saving tools. If you just have one slide that has a picture and it's labeled, you can save that image to the photo roll, email, Dropbox, or Evernote. You can also save them off as a PDF to your email, Dropbox, or Evernote. But remember, if you have any recording, it won't save that with images or PDFs. It will just save the screenshot of what you have. The next option are to save the movies. It will save all your slides and it'll play one slide after the other. If you've completed your project, you can save the movie to your photo roll, YouTube, email, or Dropbox. If you select YouTube, it'll ask you to log in. If it doesn't, know that you're logged in as somebody else's YouTube channel. I'll show you where you go to Preferences to change that. You'll go, we'll do that in a minute. So you can save that out to any of those options, but first you should always give it a name. If you don't name it, it ends up getting saved as last autosave project. And other students that use Explain Everything, if they don't name it, it will overwrite your project. So make sure that you call it something besides the last autosave project. I'm calling this samples. Now that I have it saved, I can either export it from here as a completed movie, or maybe I'm not done yet and I want to just save it out as an Explain Everything project. I can send it to my email, Dropbox, or Evernote. If I send it to Dropbox in this state, I can start up access this from Dropbox from any iPad tomorrow or next week and continue on with this project. This is very helpful for students that might not be able to get back to the same iPad. And you make sure you don't lose it. Now, the home button, we're going to save our changes. And when you go to the home button, you can actually export from here, but I want to show you the preferences. If YouTube has been turned on to your channel, please turn it off so that the next projects don't get saved there. But you will go export your project, save it to the photo roll, and you're done. That's Explain Everything.